version of Suuns, or Suuns, Suuns, a version of 2020 live on KEXP in a bike shop. Sound quality is serious. This is an old bumper tune I used to use in the terrestrial radio show at 610. I could use it there without getting copyright strikes, but on YouTube, no, you can't. So this is a dual purpose here on Facebook because I've been having a hard time getting both mics to work, the sound quality right, and also want to go live on YouTube. YouTube doesn't let me save my video to camera roll, so I have to recopy it. Solid tune. Hope it's coming in all right. I always say that I'm going to make these videos private after I'm done with it, but hardly ever do I. And I just looked at myself. I'm representing hard today. New branding effort. I've got my shirt, my hat, a few pens, and I'm sipping cold coffee out of my newly branded Cold Banker mug. Send me some real estate business at real estate at Niagara.ca. Thanks, Tiffany. Everything's pretty cool. So yeah, this is usually how we would come into the show. Just a little bumper music. Station would tell me not to let it run so long, and I'd always encourage the producer, leave it up, man. I'll talk over it as we come in. And I've been using local music with the idea that I want to stay out of the copyright zone. But lots of our local music is also copyrighted. I'm not seeing them come up on my live feed. Your comments are coming up on the live feed. Oh, you're sending me DMs. Just call me. If you're watching now, send me thank you for asking to be on the show. Somebody tried to bully their way on the show the other day. Send me an email, realestate@teamniagara.ca. Talk about what you want to talk about and see if it's something that might go somewhere. Again, this is Suuns, Suuns. 2020 is the song. I posted it today on my fake book. I've been trying to get into the Ben Shapiro show. It's not happening. I like Ben Shapiro. He's part of my red pilling process, going from a lefty to more of a center-right with libertarian leans. The adjustment's been kind of painful. Didn't realize I was so loyal to my old beliefs and my old ideas. And now that they've changed and I see the world through different lenses, different things piss me off and make me hateful. Hateful, not hate-filled. Anyways, this question of Israel's back on the table again. I don't know what the solution is there, but good on Trump for bringing something, putting it on the table. There's a live deal on the table right now, and of course the Palestinians shut it down. And I was going to ask Ben, isn't the extremists of Islam, couldn't they be similarly equated to extremists everywhere? Like they have the loudest voice, and that not all people of the faith of Islam want to destroy Israel and Jewish people or push them into the ocean. Like, very often the conservative talking point is, well, yeah, we can't talk to terrorists. I don't know where I fall on all of it, but I've always kind of leaned toward the underdog, which in my case, in my opinion, always has been the Palestinians, as far as getting pushed around a little bit, not having control over their destiny. And of course the conservative talking point is that they're terrorists. But now that it's back in the news with Trump putting a live two-state solution on the table, it's got me thinking about my position on it again, and I wanted to ask Ben, who's a devout Orthodox Jew. Is it Orthodox? Well, he's very devout Jew, whichever. I don't know. I guess there's different denominations of Jew. I don't know. And he's also been, responsible for the content that allowed me to open my mind to being red-pilled on important questions: death penalty, abortion, immigration, free speech, biological sex. And I can tell you that although when I was a green lefty early in the days, I was nothing but ridiculed for my position, and now it seems to be green is to be very cool. I started being green in 1993, running in my first election in Niagara Center, and the ridicule was insane. It's just people laughed at the idea, and now it seems to be really kind of, what do you call it, chic and cool to be green and to say, you know what, the world is ending. We have to do something now. Oh yeah, we've got some serious issues, but man, we're wasting a lot of time on other things. So as part of my red pilling, Crowder was in there, Shapiro in there for sure, Jordan Peterson for sure. I've gone through probably every university lecture that he's ever done online several times. Fascinating. I love the human mind, especially the big five personalities. I didn't know that you're actually born a conservative or a lefty or a liberal or a centrist or whatever. I still consider myself center-right, but I wanted to ask Shapiro if he thought that the Muslims, the extreme Islamics on the extreme end of the spectrum, were responsible for saying death to Jews, death to Judaism everywhere, push them into the ocean type of thing, because I think the majority of Muslims don't follow that creed, and whether or not it's the same as anyone, the extremists are the ones that get the loudest voice today, with everyone having a platform that's open to everyone, and you just being able to propagate your extremism all over the place. And whether or not, I've always kind of wondered how you keep a whole race of people locked in an outdoor jail, essentially monitoring everything that passes the border, including water, and have them act anything but animalistic and rage-filled and aggressive. So I don't know. I haven't done enough research on it. I can only just tell you my feelings on it. But Trump took a two-state solution to both sides, and I guess the Palestinians shot it down. I'm not sure what exactly they're looking to have in there, but I did read a few of the details, some measurable goals that needed to be hit for the solution to take effect, and good on Trump for trying, I guess. Trump's been kicking ass lately, getting a China deal, getting illegal immigration under control, economy's kicking ass, stock market's booming. It always entertains me when the left calls for a recession. They want everyone to lose their jobs and for the dollar to go for a shit so that they can say, it's Trump's fault. But Trump is killing it, and he's going to kill it at the ballot box next time around too. And this impeachment trial, I think, has raised more money for a presidential candidate than ever before. Anyway, and so the question was on Judaism, the Middle East question. What's the first step towards a solution to peace out there? Maybe we'll never have it. They've been fighting. I remember one time when I was a young lad in high school, and I was listening to Desert Storm on the radio until very early in the mornings. Larry King used to have a nationally syndicated show that came on at midnight, I think, and man, it was fascinating to listen to war as it was happening. And I remember coming to my mother at one point, I think I was in high school, and saying, it's all going down. We're all going to die. They're gonna nuke each other in the Middle East. East, and we're finished. And she said, Jimmy, they've been fighting for thousands of years over there. Nothing's going to happen. Go back to bed. Take it easy. And that was important. My mother was no idiot. Anyway, so I think that in the day like today, where your speech is it's punished, and you can't even have any type of opinion that's outside of the left-wing talking point without being labeled. I retweeted somebody calling me a Nazi the other day. Yeah, I'm a Nazi. I want all the Jews to be killed. All the black people should be killed. Yeah, that's me. I'm a Nazi. Ridiculous. But you got to toe the party line, and if you have any conservative talking points and you're like, I'm against illegal immigration, you're a sexist and a protectionist. No, I just don't want people coming into my country that don't go through the proper screening process and through a proper checkpoint. So, and I feel like these questions are being muted. These conversations that we need to discuss to make some progress and to heal are being muted by the extremists that say, you can't say that. You can't say that. That's homophobic. You can't say that because it's racist or what have you. But anyway, and similarly, if you come correct and see that, wow, the world isn't that bad off right now, and man, there's been some successful legislation that's been put forward and implemented under the Trump administration that's actually bearing fruit for the better, then, well, hey, I'm not a Trump supporter. But I'm also equally objective enough to say, hey, times are good right now, eh? I guess I can take these off. It's not calling anymore. Hurting my ear. I was trying to call the show, the radio show, and it's too busy for me to get in, but that's what I was going to ask Shapiro as far as his take on what we do out there. Anyway, I'm going to come live. I'm coming live every Thursday night. Not here, but on YouTube. Man, I'm so grateful for the success of the YouTube channel over the last about 8 weeks. Really hit some huge milestones, man. I never thought that I would get to a point where I was monetized. That happened overnight pretty much. I was stuck. It's a 10-year-old channel. I was stuck at 50 subscribers for about 8 of those years. In the last couple of years, I've been posting more frequently, and over the last couple months, I've been really upping the frequency of my posts and hopefully the quality. It's just clips. Some of them are my interviews with people. I don't usually come on and do monologues like this. Some of them are my interviews with local politicians or journalists. At John Kay on not long ago. He was interesting. Riley Cote from the Flyers, who's big into concussions and how CBDs and marijuana can help, and had some cool conversations. And so I'm pushing everything towards the YouTube channel. Since I was monetized and I got my live privileges about 3 weeks after that, I'm doing a Thursday 7 p.m. live show on YouTube. I used to do a little bit on Facebook, but if I don't have a guest, I'll do something monologue-ish. But the channel has exploded. Totally grateful, fascinated by it, and I'm trying to figure it all out, because now that I'm actually I've been paid twice by YouTube, small amounts, but I think they owe me a bunch from my last little surge of activity, a decently sized check, and so since I got my live privileges on Thursdays, I've been coming 7 p.m. because I'm already kind of here and in a pumped up mood, waiting for Crowder at 8. Stephen Crowder's got a great show on YouTube at 8 o'clock. And then Gavin McInnes comes on at 9 o'clock, and although Crowder is free and runs 8:10 till about 9:20, Gavin McInnes is going to overlap at censored.tv a little bit. Too bad, but I'm left trying to listen to both shows at once, which is, for my mind, not impossible, but difficult, having the mind of an air traffic controller. And then last week, I did a 7 o'clock interview on YouTube Live with Paul David Eskew, which was pretty cool, man. This guy's a gamer. He's got his act together. We're in a sub 860. That's pretty good. 30-year-old guy that's kind of got technology mastered. And he found me with a bot on LinkedIn, a bot that said, hey, can we book a call or something? We got a couple of these things in common. And I fell for it, and we talked back and forth, and then his bot escalated me to an action point of actually getting on the phone with him. I got on the phone with him, and then we decided to do an interview months ago, and then he followed that up by saying, hey, how about that interview? And I was like, what about? And anyways, we escalated it up to an interview and did it last week. It's on the YouTube channel. Just look for Paul David Eskew, ESCU, David Eskew, just like our Romanian Canadian tennis player. Don Lemon said, I'm not sorry. I put that clip up earlier. What's with these firefighters in France setting themselves on fire, protesting pensions? Put that up. Drama queen, Mr. Potato Head is who I call Don Lemon. What a jerk off he is. Project Veritas keeps going undercover and keeps busting Bernie Sanders socialist communist supporters, talking about gulags and re-education camps for right-wingers. And we posted the Thursday night jam. I came on after McInnes this week and did a little bit. And so there's a bunch of Gavin McInnes's clips up there. One on the Gripers. If you don't know who Gripers is, check out the mailbag. And that's my first video that YouTube has set is 18 plus only. First time I've had copyright strikes. I've had local musicians do my show and then turn around and have my video taken down because of claiming copyright. Now, if you perform your song on my show, I think that's my copyright. I don't own the song, but I own the performance of that song, do I not? Anyways, I did my time, my 90-day probation period on YouTube, and went through the YouTube school and all this kind of stuff, and I have half a mind to file a counterclaim, but jeez, what a waste of time. Who does that? And it all stemmed from my take on fuck Gillette, basically. You know, when Gillette came out with that commercial that pretty much bashed masculinity and told everyone that we need to stop being toxically masculine. My reaction was, you know what we need more of? Traditional masculinity. Fatherlessness is the number one concern for me in North America. It leads to the root of the most evils we are afflicted with right now. Grapes. Don Cherry is blowing up. I love his podcast. I'll do a separate video on how I got my 1,000 subs, and now approaching 4,000 subs and 2 million watch minutes in the last 28 days, and it just broke 1 million views last week. Wow. I never thought I'd get there. And my best video is going to top 400,000 soon, and it's only been up for 2 weeks. So getting lucky, getting creative, putting up stuff that I'm hoping that while I exploit the rules inside, exploit the rules inside. Don't go outside the rules. Just exploit what's there. I'm working on Don Cherry for an interview, and I'll confess to him that when I ripped a 6-minute segment off of his first podcast, man, that was one of my best videos. Yeah, it all started when Don Cherry got fired, and then he did an interview with Tucker Carlson on Fox News. I clipped it. It got copyrighted, which means I can post it. I just don't make any money off it, and I wasn't monetized that anyway, so I posted it. I woke up in the morning, I had 10 or 15,000 views, which was half of my record for my most viewed video. And I'm like, wow, this blew up. So then when Graves did his first podcast, I clipped like 6 minutes of it and put it up, and it blew up. So, and that was the beginning of my monetization, and I appreciate it. So, and now Ricky Gervais and Brad Pitt seem to be my best video right now is a Brad Pitt video where he accepts his award at the Golden Globes, and it's going to top 400,000 within a week, I think. So interesting. Check out the latest Grapes episode. It's pretty good. YouTube.com/Jim Fannon. So you can find me on any social media platform, most social media platforms, except LinkedIn. It's linkedin.com/Team Niagara. But everywhere else, it's platformname.com/Jim Fannon, basically. So you can check it out. That's the same for Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. What else am I at Jim Fannon at? That's about it. Well, a bunch of them. Basically, platformname.com/Jim Fannon. Kid reporter Braden Bent interviewed Jason Kelsey. That's a great video. This kid's probably 12, and he was a great reporter. Lots of Adam Schiff's. My Ben Shapiro video where Ben comments on Bernie Sanders stealing the fact that Joe Rogan said he was going to vote for him and using it as an endorsement is pretty cool. And 4,400 people have watched it. Unbelievable. So check out more of that, and I'm going to come on later, I think. Go live on the YouTube, or maybe here, because at least here, if I do it here, then it saves the camera roll and I can re-edit it later. Subscribe, and if you find something worthwhile, please share or comment below. All right, what else I got for you? I guess that's it. I got work to do somehow. I got to get out of here and do it. All right, peace out.